many students, research writing and reading are major challenges and sources of anxiety, due in part to the limited writing instruction that students receive in discipline-specific courses. Some professors assume that students have already learned disciplinary rhetorical conventions, while others feel too pressed for time while teaching course content. As a result, students report feeling unprepared, unworthy, and incapable when faced with a graded writing task. Students also experience a disconnect between writing about research and doing research, even though these processes are often strongly related. To address student anxiety, our team set out to develop a structure of key communicative elements used in published research articles, with the goal of using this structure to reduce student writing anxiety. We base our first structure on IMRaD, short for Introduction, Methods, Results, and Discussion, which is a STEM-specific rhetorical structure that we felt could be adapted into a structure that served students in multiple disciplines.
We theorized that one contributing factor to student writing anxiety were the writing habits U.S. American high school students are likely to develop in high schools. Since there is a strong emphasis placed on performing well in standardized writing assessments, students are trained to use structures such as the 5-paragraph essay that are pre-selected for producing a high-scoring essay on standardized tests. When students who are trained to excel on standardized writing assessments begin to read and write research, they quickly realize that there is no pre-selected structure for success that will help them churn out a good research paper. Instead, structures like IMRaD provide only a bare-bones outline of how a strong research paper organizes its information. Our goal was to determine whether an expanded IMRaD structure could assist students in determining key rhetorical elements used by authors of published research papers to organize information in their articles.
To develop our first structure, we performed rhetorical analysis on 40 published research articles from across 4 categories of disciplines: humanities, social sciences, natural sciences, and STEM. From the results of this analysis, we developed the following expanded structure: abstract, introduction, literature review, gap identification, rationale, objectives of study, impact, findings and interpretations, future avenues, and limitations. The expanded structure aimed to: 1. Identify universal communicative elements that were present in published research regardless of the specific conventions used by different disciplines. 2. Frame those communicative elements in a way that would increase reader comprehension regardless of the specific disciplinary conventions used by a particular article.
We then applied the structure to an additional 18 published articles from the 4 broad categories of disciplines. Our research questions were: 1. Did applying the structure increase comprehension of the article? 2. Did applying the structure help the reader identify the rhetorical conventions used by the author to communicate information? 3. Did the expanded structure map accurately to the rhetorical structure used in the article? Analysis of our data showed that 72% of article coders reported that the expanded structure was helpful when reading their articles. However, 77% of those that found the structure helpful also reported that the structure was missing key rhetorical elements. Our findings suggest that the rhetorical coding process itself was more helpful than the expanded code, which confirms existing research on the topic. We also found that increasing the level of detail of IMRaD itself was not necessarily helpful.
Overall, applying our code helped article coders navigate the rhetorical choices made by published research authors. This confirms existing research on the benefits of incorporating rhetorical analysis and coding into reading strategies. However, coders also overwhelmingly reported the expanded code to be a mediocre fit. Elements crucial to article comprehension were often missing, and the names chosen for parts of the code often did not intuitively capture how coders were interpreting rhetorical elements. One coder said, "The article lacked the majority of the rhetorical elements, I think, and yet conveyed the appropriate message."
In the long run, we hope that adapting tools like IMRaD to meet the needs of incoming college students can produce a tool that helps students take on writing for novel rhetorical situations with confidence.